people, welcome to another video on this fine channel. As you can see, we are laying some flooring. Correction, we are trying to lay some oak flooring. We've had an issue with the floor itself. You may recognise the job from when I talked about my tool belt and when I was doing the panelling on all the wall and stuff like that. So that's where we are. The flooring that we're laying is a parquet type of oak flooring. And the requirements of solid flooring is that everything pretty much needs to be level, and the tolerance is 3mm to 3mm. The issue that I'm having is the existing floor that's down is roughly around 12mm out in multiple areas, which means it's 4 times worse than what it needs to be. There are a couple of ways of fixing it: putting a damp course down, just a plastic sheet, and then putting some plywood on top of that and screwing it to the floor, trying to get it as level as possible, and then pin and glue the flooring too. Or the other way is to self-level it. Now, I've never put self-leveling screed down, but today we're gonna give it a go. It seems pretty simple, but we'll try. So the date actually is the 22nd of June that I'm filming this part. So I've got to self-level it today, and then there's a few odd jobs I've got to do here and there in the house, and then we are laughing, pretty much. Oh, hey there, you crazy kids. We are approximately 2 weeks into the future from when I did the flooring. But because I was too invested into the actual job itself, I didn't really talk on it. There's a few things I need to clear up about what I was doing. Because the original floor was out so much, like I said, it was out by 12mm roughly in quite a lot of the areas, I needed to screed the floor. Now, a lot of you eagle-eyed people, I say eagle-eyed, it was pretty obvious to see what I was using. I may or may not have bent a bar to see if I could whisk the, yeah. And then I ended up mixing it by hand. Now, it's not ideal. I really need a whisk to do it properly. I don't have a whisk. I had to persevere. Come on. It actually turned out really well. It was set perfectly. And then once it was all down, it was all very level and very true and very awesome. It was great. It worked out perfectly with what I needed to do. So when it actually comes to laying the flooring, it's extremely vital that everything is pretty much level. You just have to make sure there are no gaps exceeding 3mm or more. That's being pedantic. Big word of the day, thank you very much. So for the job, we used this boss stick adhesive flooring grabber thing, which you can see me spreading quite vigorously. Another big word. 2 words of the day. So I drew down a reference line. Now the reference line was only there just so I could make sure everything was square to either wall. Now I did a lot of measuring beforehand and figured out that that was the perfect line. Also on the door cases and architraves, what we did was we cut the thickness out underneath so a board can slide under it, and like you can see, we did that by flipping the board upside down and then using the blade and the board as a guide, so the perfect thickness can go straight under said architrave / casing. You don't necessarily need to use a multi-tool. If you don't have one, you can use a handsaw. just to make sure that the boards can expand and contract. Thank you very much for watching the video. I do have some exciting news coming up soon, hopefully. But future videos. Okay. See you later.